You know, politicians like Congressman Collins are also worried about the economy with good reason here. The short-term outlook looks very bleak, folks. Look at what happened to the airlines. Look at that. They are slashing flights. Delta is cutting its capacity by at least 70%. American, United, and Southwest also feeling the pinch as well. And some of your favorite malls are feeling the squeeze as well. Seven are right here in Georgia, closing for at least 12 days, including the Mall of Georgia, Lenox Square, and Phipps. So you can understand why folks are really shaken, why consumer confidence is shaken. New at 11 o'clock. Economists say the seriousness of the impact depends simply on how long the pandemic lasts. Here's John Sherrick.
America, the world, has seen nothing like this. This widespread shutdown of the economy, workers in every sector of the economy facing imminent zero income.
So we're seeing the economy go through some serious disruptions.
Economist Tom Smith with Emory University's Goizueta School of Business says if the worst of the outbreak lasts maybe another month or two, it will be tough on everyone. But what can help, he says, includes government programs aimed at protecting the unemployed from mortgage foreclosures and car repossessions.
If they're going to include things like deferments on loans, whether or not they're going to give money to banks so that they don't foreclose on us. I mean, this is unknown, and so it's pretty unknown territory.
Just like the unknowns of the virus itself, Smith says, especially if the pandemic is prolonged.
In the long run, will people have to try to find a different job or try to find different ways of making money? I mean, that's where this prolonged impact is going to have such a different kind of effect. And so I am more worried about the long run trajectory of this economic recession.
The prospect of unprecedented economic upheaval and transformation.